Hey, it's me, Barb. And I wanted to talk you know how it is when something kind of keeps coming up and the first time it comes up you're like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And then the second time it comes up you're like, that's weird because I just heard that from somebody last week or yesterday. And then it comes up again and you're like, wow, this is like the third time this question has come up. Maybe I need to pay attention to it. And so that's what I want to do today. And the question that's come up, 3 different people over a week, is, I'm not really sure I know what coaching is. Not really sure I really know fully what you do. And to that, I would say 2 things. One is you can't really know what coaching is until you experience coaching. And that's why I offer a 90-minute, at least one 90-minute complimentary session together, because maybe whatever's on your mind can get handled in 90 minutes. And also, part of taking on a client means that there's a good relationship, a good fit between the coach and the client, the potential client. And that takes a little bit of time to establish. And so my process is typically to at least spend 1 or 2 or 3 meetings together. 1 for me to make sure I want to take you on as a client, and 2 to make sure I can help you, and 3 to make sure you feel like it's a good fit. With that said, let's talk about 3 things that have come up in these conversations lately around the question of what exactly is coaching? What do you do? So I am a life coach, and one of my favorite clients to work with are middle-agers, 1 to 3 years before making a change toward retirement, or 1 to 3 years post making the change. However, I'm a life coach, and sometimes what a life coach does gets conflated with what a therapist does, gets conflated with what a consultant does. So I thought it could be of interest to talk about all 3. Let's talk first about a consultant. I've never heard the term life consultant, but I guess if you put it in those terms, a life consultant, just like a business consultant, would tell you what to do, and then you'd go do it, right? When a consultant comes into your company or your small business, they do an analysis of what's happening and they tell you what they know to do, and your job is to go execute that. A therapist takes a slow and longer process that is really driven by helping you come to your own self-awareness. Sometimes therapy is backward healing, and very, very often, and this is certainly true in my own experience of a variety of different therapies, sort of answers the question, why? Why am I stuck like this? Why do I struggle like this? And therapy is wonderful. I loved therapy. It was actually in therapy that I first started wondering, what does a coach do? Was that 25 years ago, maybe? Maybe. Never imagined being a coach because I never imagined being an entrepreneur. But look what happened. I've had 3 businesses. Not the point. So therapy often works with coaching, where the therapist is working with their client and taking a longer, deeper view to past past issues. And a coach works with you, using an assumption that you have everything you need within you to have a knowing of what you want, and perhaps have a need to have someone help you get there, right? Because we have so many voices in our heads. We all have so many voices in our heads saying, you can't, you shouldn't, you'll fail, who do you think you are? And yet we continue to have that yearning to do that thing. We even have a knowing that we would be more fulfilled if we did that thing, whatever it is. And a coach works in a forward motion where together the coach and the client can co-create a vision of your future and work together to execute that. Some people stay with coaching forever. I intend to, and the reason for that is for every move forward, I have another move forward and another move forward. And I get there faster with a coach. Just like when I work out with my personal trainer, my form is more correct. I work harder. My personal trainer knows a little bit more about the muscles and all of the things in my body that will get me the results I want. For example, my vision for my personal trainer is to have more defined upper body, sleeveless things, strength, all the things. So my point in all of this is that a coach, just like a trainer, can get you where you want to go faster and with greater expertise than perhaps you might get there on your own. So today, I hope that I've clarified a little bit the difference between a consultant, a therapist, and a life coach. Hope it's been helpful. Let me know. Respond to this email, and I'll see you next week with more deliciousness on life coaching and also retirement coaching. Until then, ciao for now.